Welcome everyone to your full moon in Aquarius reading. Now Aquarius is an air sign. It has the traits of originality and vision. It's ruled by Uranus, which is about rebellion, upheaval, eccentricity. Now this full moon will fall in different houses depending on your rising sign. So I do recommend for these moon readings that you do look at your rising sign first and then your sun sign after that. If you feel drawn, you can also look for your moon sign. So I'll leave that completely up to how you feel. Now just a bit of a note with the full moon. The full moon is about, it's the clarification and the results from questions, dreams, intentions that you set at the last new moon. It's also a time for gratitude and forgiveness. It's a time to let go of what hasn't been working, what is no longer working, what just hasn't worked. And it's a time of acceptance of where you are right now, where you find yourself now. So I hope you enjoy these readings, take them as they resonate, and if you do like them, please remember to hit the like button, and if you are so drawn, please remember to subscribe so you help my little channel to grow. Let's get into the readings. Welcome Libra to your full moon reading in Aquarius. Let's have a look at what Spirit, what messages Spirit wants to give you for this full moon. What energies do you need to be aware of? So Libra, this full moon falls in your 5th house, and the 5th house is ruled by the sun. So the sun is romance, children, fun, creativity. So it's a lovely placement. Hold your vision, and your commitment is being tested. I feel that a lot of us are being tested at the moment, or things might not be going as smoothly as we would like. And Spirit is really asking you, Libra, to really stay true to your path and your calling. Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra for this full moon in Aquarius, please? Thank you. The moon. Okay. Just let me tune into the energies, Libra. Just see what Spirit would like to let us know. I feel straight up, I feel, just trying to think of how to explain it to you, Libra. I feel there's a calm in the unknown is sort of what comes to me. That'll be different to everybody, but take that as it resonates. The first card is the fixed moon. Hold your vision. And you know, the fixed signs really, you know, they don't like change, and they are the ones that keep going. You know, the cardinal signs initiate and get things started. The mutable signs, they're the ones that alter it and change it and mold it so that it works better. And it's the fixed signs that keep it all going. And I feel that you're being asked, Libra, to be fixed in what you're trying to do. And that's not an easy thing to do when you don't have clarity, or you don't have all the answers, or sometimes you just plainly can't see how to move forward, you know, how to get over these mountains. And I feel Spirit saying you're going to go over the mountain. Don't try and find shortcuts around or sideways, or change your course or change your vision to make it easier. There's something in your journey, or there's something at this full moon, Libra, that Spirit's saying there's going to be a benefit from the effort that you make. And it says the next card is the first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Now, the first quarter moon in the moon phases is the time to take action. You know, in the new moon and the waxing crescent moon, we gather our thoughts, we start planning, we set our intentions. And this first quarter moon is when we're kind of past that, and we're taking action. We're going to move forward, we're going to push forward with our dreams, or for our dreams, or for our vision. And that's where it can get a little bit difficult, in the sense of we've got to put in the effort, we've got to put in the dedication. And it's holding the vision of what you want to do, Libra. That's what's going to get you over. The more committed you are to this vision, the more committed you are to your dream, I feel Spirit saying it's not that you'll have an easier time of it, possibly not. But because your mindset is that of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put in the effort, I'm going to get up every day and do a little thing that gets me one step closer to my goals. And when we have that drive within us, even if we do meet obstacles, even if things don't go to plan and we find little road bumps, it's easier to get over them because we're just so dedicated. And I feel that that's where Spirit is guiding you. Now, Libra, this fifth house that the Aquarius full moon is in romance, creativity, fun, children, your children or other people's children. So if you're like a teacher or a childcare worker or things like that, it can be in regards to those children. So this might be playing out in one of those areas. And often when we have a vision or a dream, often it's linked with creativity. It's linked with what we want to birth into this world. And that could even be you just wanting to be a mother or a father. So hold that vision. You are going to be tested. And that can come through in so many different ways. It can come through by your own thoughts and limiting beliefs. It can come through by other people and their opinion and their doubts and their fears. It can come through with just obstacles, like everyday obstacles that we encounter. So just keep moving forward. But the first quarter moon says it's time to take action. We have the gates of triumph. Success expands in your life And that's how you're going to feel, Libra. So these can play out at the full moon. You may find you're going through this stage where you're being really being tested, and then the full moon might bring you this expansion, and you're just going to realize, oh my goodness, that was so worth it. I'm so glad I kept going. Or for other people, it might be this is what you've gone through, and the new moon is, the full moon, sorry, is going to bring you that expansion. Or at the full moon, you're going to feel those restrictions, those difficulties. So it can play out in so many ways. This is just a general reading, Libra, but please take it as it resonates and see how it fits into your life. But this is a card of you've come out of the darkness. It's almost like the light at the end of the tunnel. And we have to go through that. And that's doubts, fears, the unknown. And that's where we truly tap into not only trusting the universe, but trusting ourselves. And if ever there's a lesson, and there are so many lessons that we go through in order to grow and evolve, but when you trust yourself, it's not that suddenly the obstacles disappear from your life. It's suddenly when those obstacles don't come with or trigger fears in you and doubts and past traumas and things like that. You know, they're triggers that they trigger us. They get us either reacting or being fearful or doubting. And when we move forward and we leave that behind, and we'll always have doubts, where again, you know, we're human. That's what being a human is. But when we can accept that, yes, I've got doubts because I'm doing something new, I'm heading into the unknown, of course I'm going to have doubts. And when we can trust that it doesn't matter what happens, I'll be okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to give it my very best. Because at the very worst, you could have tried something, done your very, very best, and it might not work out. But think of what you've learned along the way. You know, when we push ourselves, when we come through after we've been tested, and we, even if we don't achieve the goal, but if we've just come through and we've overcome the obstacles and we keep moving forward, there is such a sense of joy, and not ego pride, but soul pride, pride that, wow, you know, even with the doubts and the fears and the obstacles, I stayed true to my path. Now, it didn't work out. That's not to say that it was wrong. There was something along that journey that was for you. But I feel with the gates of triumph, Libra, it's not going to be a wrong path. It's not a path purely for the lessons. It's a path where you're being tested about how committed you are to your vision. Because your vision is a truth for you. Your vision really is aligned with your soul. It's aligned with your authentic self. And we have the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So even though, I mean, Libra, if this reading is with the house and, you know, it playing out in your 5th house, that's for Libra rising signs. But if you're watching this as a Libra sun sign or moon sign, it doesn't necessarily, it won't play out in your 5th house, it'll play out in another house. If you're a Libra rising sign watching this, then know that your creativity, whatever you're trying to bring forth, will be abundant. And the pentacles here, yes, symbolize money, but they also symbolize things of this world. So things that are tangible in our life, like property and just abundance in any way. And this can be in love, it can be in fertility if you're wanting to have children, it can be in all the creative ideas. And the King of Pentacles, he stays true to his course. So the kings for me push out, they're the doing, and the queens are the receiving or the being. And the King of Pentacles here is, I just feel, and he is a card of this, a real stability. He's very grounded. He knows what he needs to do in order to achieve these pentacles. And that's to achieve abundance, to fulfill his dreams, to do what he needs to do in order to find himself in a very stable and grounded environment. And I feel Spirit is asking you, Libra, to take this energy of the King of Pentacles and to look at what you're now doing. Where are you right now in your life in regards to this vision or dream that you hold? And how does what you are doing now, or where you are in your life now, how does that align with your vision, with your goals, with your dreams? Are they in alignment? And then all you need to do is just keep going. You know, keep moving forward. Allow this expansion and action to come into play. And Libra, if you take this grounded, stable view that the King of Pentacles has, and you have a look at your life now, and it is not in alignment with your dreams or goals, then I feel Spirit is asking you to really look at how can you change things, how can you what am I trying to say, tweak things. You know, sometimes things have to go for new things to come in. Sometimes we just need to tweak, course correct. Thank you, that's the word I was looking for. In what area do you need to course correct in order to get to this place of fulfilling your vision, of being able to hold your vision? Because when we have a vision, when we have a dream, it starts off as just a little seed in a thought. It just springs up out of nowhere. So it's almost like you get given this seed with your dream in it. And, you know, sometimes it can be a long-held dream that you kind of just, it's one day, and you never really take steps towards it. And other times it's just a calling that just literally falls on the top of your head, and you just can't get it out of your head. And with the pentacles here, it's very much, I always see the pentacles as the seed, that grows and then brings you abundance at harvest time. And I really feel, Libra, you're being asked to imagine your dream as a seed you've been given. Now, that seed holds great potential, but only if you plant it. Nothing will come of the seed if it's not in contact with soil and water. And so if you just keep that seed in your mind, that's where it'll stay. And this first quarter moon, which is take action, is really asking you to start to plant the seed. You know, and you might be only at the stage where you're cultivating the soil, or you're buying some potting mix and a couple of pots. You might be at the stage where you're actually going to plant it. You might be at the stage where you're watering it. And Spirit says it doesn't matter what stage you're at. Just hold that vision. Hold that vision and start moving. And lastly, we have the moon, and the card says, listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry. Let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. And I love that the moon card is in this reading for you today, Libra, because the moon card is that it's not that clarity. You're still you've got a little bit of light, especially at the time of the full moon. You know, you've got that reflective light, but it's still shadows. You can start to see a little bit, but you don't have clarity like when the sun comes out. And I feel the moon card is here today for you, Libra, just to remind you that even when we don't have clarity, or maybe I should say especially when we don't have clarity, we need to hold our vision even more close to our heart. We need to make sure that our dream, our visions, don't get lost in the shadows. And I think you understand this, Libra. Move forward on your dreams, Libra. That's essentially the message from Spirit for this full moon in Aquarius. I wish you all the best. Thank you for being here today, Libra. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe. It helps me grow my little channel. Love and light, my friends. See you next time. Bye-bye.